$1 million in cash sits on your kitchen table right now. The golden opportunity of your lifetime stares you in the face every morning when you wake up. Yet, like most people, you probably walk right past it, day after day, without ever noticing it's there. Success isn't hidden in some far-off place. It's not locked away in a vault that only the privileged few can access. The truth about success, the real honest truth that nobody tells you, is so obvious that it's nearly invisible. Most people spend their entire lives searching for success in places where it can never be found. They look for it in other people's approval. They hunt for it in shortcuts and quick fixes. They chase after it in fancy titles and expensive possessions. But real success operates on principles as reliable as gravity itself. What you're about to hear might challenge everything you believe about success. It might make you uncomfortable. It might even make you angry. But if you're ready to face the truth, your life will never be the same. The secret to success has been the same since the beginning of time. And once you understand it, truly understand it, you'll wonder how you ever missed something so simple, so powerful, and so absolutely within your reach. What does success look like to you? Is it a big house on the hill, a fancy car in your driveway, a corner office with your name on the door? For too many people, success is nothing more than a collection of things they can show off to their neighbors. But that's not success. That's just keeping score in a game that doesn't matter. Here's what nobody tells you. True success isn't about what you have. It's about who you become. It's about the person you must grow into to achieve your goals. But society has sold us a lie. They've told us success means fitting in, following the rules, and staying in line. They've convinced us that playing it safe is the smart choice. Every day, millions of people wake up, drag themselves to jobs they hate, work for bosses they can't stand, to buy things they don't need, to impress people they don't even like. They do this for 40 years, then retire and wonder where their lives went. Is that success? Or is it the world's slowest form of suicide? The reason most people fail to achieve their dreams isn't that they aim too high and miss. It's that they aim too low and hit. They settle for less than they're capable of because they're trapped in the comfort zone. The comfort zone, that warm, cozy place where nothing ever changes, where risks are minimal, and where dreams go to die. But here's the painful truth. Your comfort zone is really just a prison built out of fear. Every time you say, "I'm just being practical," what you're really saying is, "I'm too scared to try." Every time you say, "I'm being realistic," what you're really saying is, "I don't believe in myself enough." A time you really wanted something but didn't go for it. Maybe it was starting your own business. Maybe it was asking someone out. Maybe it was moving to a new city. What stopped you? Was it really lack of money? Lack of time? Lack of knowledge? Or was it fear dressed up as practicality? The price of success is paid in full, in advance, and it's non-negotiable. It demands everything you've got. It requires you to give up your excuses, your comfort zone, and your limiting beliefs. It asks you to work when others are sleeping, to learn when others are partying, to save when others are spending. Most people aren't willing to pay that price. They want the rewards of success without the responsibility. They want the fruits without planting the seeds. They want the victory without the battle. And that's exactly why they fail. The truth is, success costs exactly what it's worth. Not a penny more, not a penny less. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. If you want to be exceptional, you must be willing to do what average people aren't willing to do. Success demands that you become comfortable with being uncomfortable. It requires you to welcome challenges instead of avoiding them. It asks you to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to your goals. This isn't what most people want to hear. They want the easy way, the shortcut, the magic formulae. But there isn't one. There never has been, and there never will be. The only way to succeed is to pay the price, in full in advance without guarantee of success. But here's the good news. Once you understand this truth and accept it, you've already separated yourself from 95% of the population. You've taken the first step on the road less traveled, the road that leads to true success. Let me share with you a formula for success. That's so simple you might dismiss it at first glance. But this formula has created more millionaires, more achievements, and more success stories than any other principle known to mankind. The formula starts with a decision, not a wish, not a hope. There may be a decision, the kind of decision that burns all bridges behind you, the kind that eliminates all other options, When you truly decide something, you cut off any possibility of retreat. Most people never succeed simply because they never decide to succeed. They keep their options open, test the waters, wait and see. But success doesn't respond to wavering commitment. Every morning when you wake up, you make countless decisions. What to wear, what to eat, which route to take to work. But the most important decision you'll ever make is this: what are you going to do with this day? Will you use it to move closer to your goals, or will you let it slip away like sand through your fingers? This brings us to the second part of the formula. Daily productive actions. Success isn't built on occasional bursts of inspiration. It's built on what you do every single day. The small actions that seem insignificant in the moment but accumulate over time to create magnificent results. Imagine two identical twins. One decides to read 10 pages of a good book every day. The other chooses to watch an hour of television instead. After 1 year, the first twin has read 3,650 pages. That's approximately 12 books. The second twin has watched 365 hours of television. After 5 years, one twin has read 60 books and grown intellectually, while the other has spent 1825 hours in front of the television. Small daily choices, compounded over time, create vastly different lives. This is the compound effect principle at work. Everything in life compounds. Money compounds. Knowledge compounds. Skills compound. Even habits compound. The actions you take today might not show results tomorrow, but over time, they create tremendous differences in results. A 1-degree change in a plane's flight path might mean nothing in the first mile, but over 1,000 miles, it can mean landing in an entirely different country. Your daily actions are like that flight path. Small improvements, consistently applied, create massive results over time. Habits. Success isn't something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming a better person. Your habits shape who you become. Want to be successful? Study the habits of successful people. Want to be wealthy? Adopt the habits of wealthy people. Want to be healthy? Practice the habits of healthy people. Well, here's what nobody tells you about habits. They're harder to form than to maintain. It takes approximately 66 days to form a new habit. During those first 66 days, you'll need willpower. You'll need discipline. You'll need to push yourself. But after that, the habit becomes automatic. It becomes part of the family. Let's address the power of written goals. Less than 3 people have written goals, yet this tiny percentage accomplishes more than the other 97 combined. Why? Because writing down your goals forces you to clarify exactly. It transforms vague wishes into concrete targets. When you write down a goal, something magical happens in your brain. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information, begins to notice opportunities that were always there, but previously invisible to you. It's like buying a new car and suddenly seeing that same model everywhere. The cars were always there. You just never noticed them before. Written goals work the same way. They program your brain to recognize opportunities that can help you achieve them. They create a target for your subconscious mind to aim at. They transform abstract dreams into concrete possibilities, which is what you need to do right now. Take out a piece of paper. Write down what you want to achieve in the next year. Be specific. Don't write make more money. Write earn $100,000 by December 31st through my consulting business. Don't write get in shape. Write run a marathon in under 4 hours by next June. Then break these goals down into monthly targets. Break those monthly targets into weekly objectives. Break those weekly objectives into daily actions. Now you have a roadmap, a clear path from where you are to where you want to be. Name of this is success is never owned, it's rented. And the rent is due every day. Every single day, you either move closer to your goals or further away from them. There is no standing still. There is no maintenance mode. You're either growing or dying, advancing or retreating, getting better or getting worse. Make a clear decision. Take daily productive actions. Trust in the compound effect. Build success habits. Write down your goals. Follow this formula and success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Your mind is the most powerful tool you'll ever own. It's more valuable than any piece of real estate, more precious than any stock portfolio, more important than any business venture. Yet most people never learn how to use even a fraction of its incredible power. What you're about to learn about your mind will change everything. Your subconscious mind is like a fertile garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. Plant thoughts of success and you'll harvest success. Plant thoughts of failure, and that's exactly what you'll get. Every minute, every day, you're programming your subconscious mind, whether you realize it or not. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you constantly tell yourself, I can't afford it, I'm not good enough, that's impossible. Your subconscious mind accepts these statements as commands and works tirelessly to prove you right. This is why most people stay stuck. They're programming failure into their minds without even knowing it. But here's the good news. You can reprogram your subconscious mind just as easily as it was programmed in the first place. Start feeding it different instructions. Instead of I can't afford it, say how can I afford it? Instead of I'm not good enough, say I'm getting better every day. Instead of that's impossible, say how can I make this possible? Persistence. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent won't. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. Genius won't. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education won't. The world is full of educated failures. Persistence and determination alone are all powerful. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks that would have destroyed an average person. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Colonel Sanders was rejected 10 or 9 times before someone bought his chicken recipe. The only difference between them and the people who quit, they persisted. When setbacks hit, and they will hit, remember these. A setback is not a failure unless you quit. It's just feedback. It's just information telling you to adjust your approach. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Every rejection teaches you something valuable. Every setback makes you stronger, but only if you persist. What about criticism? Here's something nobody tells you. The more successful you become, the more criticism you'll face. Small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. When people criticize you, they're telling you more about themselves than about you. Their criticism is often just a reflection of their own fears and limitations. Building mental toughness isn't about being hard or cold. It's about developing resilience. It's about getting knocked down 7 times and getting up 8. It's about facing your fears instead of running from them. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Mental toughness is built through small wins, accumulated over time. Start with something simple. Take a cold shower every morning. Make your bed first thing. Work out when you don't feel like it. Keep your commitments even when it's inconvenient. Each small victory strengthens your mental muscles. Now let's address perhaps the most important aspect of the mental game. Self-talk. The conversation you have with yourself is the most important conversation you'll ever have. Your mind believes what you tell it. If you tell yourself you're tired, you'll feel tired. If you tell yourself you're energized, you'll feel energized. Your self-talk creates your reality. Monitor your self-talk for 1 day. Write down everything you say to yourself. You might be shocked to discover how often you criticize yourself, doubt yourself, or talk yourself out of opportunities. Most people would never dream of talking to others the way they talk to themselves. Change your self-talk and you change your life. Instead of I have to, say I get to. Instead of this is hard, say this is making me stronger. Instead of what if I fail, say what if I succeed. These small changes in language create massive changes in your mental state. Remember this. Your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Be willing to question your assumptions. Be ready to challenge your limiting beliefs. Be prepared to think differently than the crowd. The majority is almost always wrong about almost everything important. Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can program your mind for success or allow it to default to mediocrity. You can focus on what might go wrong or visualize what could go right. You can talk yourself into greatness or talk yourself out of opportunity. The mental game is the game behind the game. Master it, and you'll master everything else. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your character. Your character becomes your destiny. Start today, right now. Begin programming your subconscious mind for success. Commit to persistence in the face of setbacks. Welcome criticism as a sign you're moving in the right direction. Build your mental toughness, one small victory at a time. And above all, watch your self-talk, because your mind is always listening, and what it hears determines what it creates. Here's something that might shock you. Success isn't a mystery everywhere, like footprints in the sand. The problem isn't that success is hard to understand. It's that most people refuse to look at the clues staring them right in the face. Look around you. Every successful person, every achievement, every breakthrough, they all leave a trail of breadcrumbs. When you study successful people, patterns emerge. They wake up early. They read constantly. They set clear goals. They take responsibility for their lives. They work harder than average people. These aren't coincidences. They're clues. But most people ignore these clues. Instead, they make excuses. He was born rich. He got lucky. They had connections. They look for reasons why success is impossible for them rather than studying the principles that make success inevitable. One of the most fundamental laws of the universe, the principle of cause and effect. Everything that happens in your life is an effect of some cause. Nothing happens by accident. Nothing happens by chance. Every effect has a cause, and every cause has an effect. If you want to change the effects in your life, you must change the causes. Want different results? Take different actions. Want a different life? Make different choices. It's that simple. Most people want better results without changing their actions. They want different effects while keeping the same causes. That's like planting corn but expecting to harvest wheat. Now let's address something that holds many people back. The myth of talent. Yes, talent exists. Yes, some people have natural advantages in certain areas. But talent is the most overrated factor in success. Talent without work is like having a powerful car with no gas. It looks good, but it won't take you anywhere. History is filled with talented failures and untalented successes. The world is full of talented people who never achieve anything significant. Why? Because they rely on their talent instead of developing their skills. They expect their natural abilities to carry them instead of putting in the work. Here's the truth. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Dedication beats natural ability. Persistence beats potential. The only talent that really matters is the talent for hard work, the talent for never giving up. Luck, everybody wants to be lucky, but few understand what luck really is. Luck isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Two people hear about a business opportunity. One has spent years learning about business, reading books, attending seminars, developing skills. The other has done none of these things. Who's more likely to recognize the opportunity? Who's more likely to be able to take advantage of it? Who's more likely to succeed with it? That's not luck. That's preparation creating opportunity. The most successful people in the world make their own luck. They prepare themselves so thoroughly that when opportunities arise, they're ready to seize them. They work so hard that success becomes a matter of when, not if. Now let's discuss one of the most powerful forces in success, the power of association. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their habits become your habits. Their attitudes become your attitudes. Their level of success becomes your level of success. Look at your current circle of friends and associates. Are they where you want to be in 5 years? Do they support your dreams or mock them? Do they pull you up or drag you down? This isn't about judging people, EEU. It's about being honest about whether your current associations support your future goals. If you want to be successful, spend time with successful people. If you want to be positive, spend time with positive people. If you want to grow, spend time with people who challenge you to grow. Your associations will either lift you up or hold you down. There is no neutral ground. Here's something most people never realize. Success is contagious. When you associate with successful people, you naturally begin to think like they think, talk like they talk, act like they act. Their success habits become your success habits. Their standards become your standards. But be warned, mediocrity is also contagious. When you spend time with negative, complaining, unsuccessful people, their attitudes and habits will infect you like a virus. Guard your associations like you guard your health, because they're equally important to your success. Remember this. Success isn't an accident. It's not a matter of luck. It's not about talent. Success is the natural result of consistently applying basic fundamentals. It's about following the clues that successful people leave behind. It's about understanding and applying the law of cause and effect. It's about working harder on yourself than you do on your job. And it's about surrounding yourself with people who elevate you to a higher level. The hidden truth about success is that it's not hidden at all. It's right there in plain sight, waiting for anyone willing to see it, study it, and apply it. The question isn't whether you can be successful. The question is whether you're willing to do what successful people do. Let me tell you something powerful. Where you start doesn't determine where you finish. Every success story you've ever heard started from zero. Every fortune began with a single dollar. Every journey started with a single step. The only question that matters is, are you ready to take that first step? Starting from zero isn't a disadvantage. It's an opportunity. When you start from nothing, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You have no bad habits to unlearn, no old systems to break down. You're like a blank canvas ready to create your masterpiece. But here's what you need to know. Success isn't about making one big decision. It's about creating a system that makes success automatic. Think about your car's engine. It doesn't decide each time whether to work or not. It follows a system. Your success must work the same way. Your success system starts with your schedule. Most people don't schedule their lives. They just take whatever comes. Then they wonder why they never have time for what's important. Here's the truth. If it's not scheduled, it's not real. Schedule your priorities or you'll end up prioritizing your schedule. Time management isn't really about managing time. It's about managing yourself. You get the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference between success and failure isn't time. It's how you use it. Successful people don't have more time. They just use it better. There's a secret about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. Identify your high-value activities, the things that move you toward your goals. Focus 80% of your time on these activities. Cut out delegate or minimize everything else. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Every minute spent on social media is a minute not spent on your goals. Every hour watching TV is an hour not invested in your future. Choose wisely. Building momentum. Success works like a freight train. It's hard to get moving, but once it starts rolling, it's almost impossible to stop. The key is to start small, but start now. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Begin with tiny actions. Want to write a book? Start with 1 page a day. Want to get in shape? Start with 5 minutes of exercise. Want to build a business? Start with 1 customer. Small actions consistently taken create unstoppable momentum. It works both ways. Positive actions create positive momentum. Negative actions, or no action, create negative momentum. Every day you're either building momentum toward success or toward failure. There's no standing still. The morning success ritual is perhaps the most powerful system you can create. The first hour of your day determines the quality of your entire day. Most people start their day by reacting, checking emails, responding to messages, letting others set their agenda. Here's your new morning ritual. Wake up 1 hour earlier than you need to. Spend 20 minutes in quiet reflection or meditation. Spend 20 minutes reading something that feeds your mind. Spend 20 minutes planning your day and reviewing your goals. This single hour properly used will transform your life. It sets the tone for your entire day. It puts you in control instead of letting circumstances control you. It gives you time to think, to plan, to prepare for success. Your success system must include regular review and adjustment. Every Sunday night, review your week. What worked? What didn't? What needs to change? Make adjustments based on results, not opinions or feelings. Create weekly, monthly, and quarterly review your goals and progress. Success leaves clues. Study your own successes and failures. When something works, do more of it. When something doesn't work, change it or drop it. Track everything that matters. Your income, your expenses, your time used, your progress toward goals. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets improved. Don't trust your memory or your feelings. Trust your numbers. Build systems for everything important. Have a system for managing money. Have a system for maintaining health. Have a system for learning new skills. Have a system for building relationships. Systems eliminate guesswork and ensure consistent results. Remember this, success isn't about intensity, though. It's about consistency. It's not what you do once in a while that shapes your life. It's what you do consistently. Your daily habits are the system that creates your future. Start implementing these systems today. Don't wait for the perfect time. It will never come. Don't wait until you feel ready. You never will. Start where you are with what you have, doing what you can. Create your morning success ritual. Build your weekly review system. Track your progress. Measure what matters. Make adjustments based on results. Keep what works. Change what doesn't. Success isn't complicated. It just requires consistent application of basic principles. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the system you're currently using. Change your system, change your results. Create the right systems, and success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Now I'm going to tell you the ultimate secret of success, the one principle that underlies all others. It's so simple that most people miss it entire. Your success in life will be in direct proportion to how many lives you touch positively. That's right. The ultimate secret isn't about what you get, it's about what you give. The most successful people in history understood this fundamental truth. If you want to receive value, you must first create value for others. If you want to be successful, help others become successful. Money is nothing more than a certificate of performance. It's proof that you've served others in some way. The more people you serve, the more value you create, the more success you'll achieve. It's an immutable law of the universe. Every fortune in the world was built by solving problems for others. Every successful business exists because it provides value to others. Every lasting achievement came from making life better for others in some way. This is the multiplication effect in action. When you focus only on yourself, your potential is limited to what you can do alone. But when you focus on serving others, your potential becomes limitless. One person can only do so much, but one idea that serves millions can change the world. Everything you use daily, your phone, your car, your clothes, exists because someone decided to solve a problem for others. They didn't focus on making money. They focused on creating value. The money followed naturally. It's the only way to build a lasting legacy. Fortunes can be lost. Fame can fade. But the positive impact you have on others' lives on through generations, every person you help becomes a multiplier of your influence. The true measure of success isn't your bank account, your job title, or your possessions. It's the number of lives you've touched positively. It's the problems you've solved. It's the value you've created. It's the legacy you leave behind. Your legacy isn't something that happens after you're gone. You're building it right now with every action you take, every decision you make, every life you touch. Make it count. Make it matter. Make it meaningful. Remember this. Success without significance is failure. Achievement without contribution is empty. Wealth without impact is worthless. The greatest satisfaction in life comes not from what you get, but from what you give. This is the ultimate secret of success. Give more than you take. Serve more than you ask. Create more than you consume. Help more than you hurt. When you live by these principles, success becomes automatic, because success is the natural byproduct of creating value for others. Start today, right now. Ask yourself, how can I serve more? How can I create more value? How can I make a bigger impact? How can I help more people? Answer these questions with actions, not words. Let service be your standard. Let contribution be your measure. Let impact be your goal. Because in the end, the only success that truly matters is the success that makes a difference in the lives of others. The moment of truth has arrived. Right here, right now, you face a decision that will echo through the rest of your life. You've heard the truth about success, the real truth that most people will never know. Now, what will you do with it? Everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever dreamed of, everything you were born to achieve. It all hangs on one thing. Your willingness to take responsibility for your life starting right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the conditions are perfect now. Time is a great equalizer. We all get the same amount each day, but time is also the great eliminator. Every second that passes is gone forever. Every moment of hesitation is a moment of opportunity lost. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. Picture your life as a book. Up until now, others may have been writing your story. Your parents, your teachers, your boss, society. They've all been holding a pen. But starting right now, you can take the pen and write your own story. You can become the author of your own success. The world doesn't need another person who knows what to do. The world needs people who do what they know. Knowledge isn't power. Knowledge plus action is power. The information I've shared with you today is worthless unless you use it. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Success is not a destination you arrive at someday. It's a direction you choose right now. Every great achievement in history started with a single decision, a single moment, a single action. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your chance to step up, to stand out, to become who you were meant to be. The door of opportunity stands open before you. Will you walk through it? The choice is yours. The time is now. The person you're meant to be is waiting. What are you going to do about it?